In the previous demonstration, we gave our user John permission to view certain accounts. Here we have a query where we can see budget amounts over selected quarters, budget revision amounts, and these will be amounts that John adds through Writeback capabilities, and we see the standard cost of sales. So these are the accounts that he is allowed to see and various scenarios. And if he wants to use an application that allows him to use Writeback, that application would generate an update command similar to this. So if we execute this command, we'll see that we get an error currently because John has dimension security, but he has not been given permission to perform Writeback. So we need to go back to our role definition, and this is for the account role, and we'll go to the Cubes tab and we'll set them up with read-write permissions. Now that's not enough. We actually have to not only set up the cubes, but we have to say which cells he's allowed to modify with read-write permissions. So we're going to select this box, enable read-write permissions, and then we need to create an MDX expression. Now the MDX expressions for cells is different than we use for sets that define member sets for dimensions. In this case, we would say which measure we want him to be able to access. And back to Management Studio where we try the update command again. And this time the execution is complete. Now we need to execute a commit command to save that value. But we get an error because we still have another permission issue. When Writeback occurs, Analysis Services is going to perform a process to incorporate those changes into the cube so that all users can see that change after the commit. So we need to go back to our role definition, and on the General tab, we need to give this role the process database permission. Now if we try to execute this query again, we'll see that that change is no longer there. So we have to run the command to update the cube one more time. Then we can run the commit. Now when John or any other user query the cube, the forecast amount that was added by way of Writeback is visible to everyone.